Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
But who is he?
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
And who is he?
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer.
And what he do?
And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Bruce Rivers here, board-certified criminal defense lawyer, coming to you with my pearl handle pistol cufflinks given to me by our content genius, Michael Rivers. Today we're reacting to a little bit of news that, well, not a little bit, but it's kind of blowing up all over the place about Trap Lawyer Ross's 4-hour documentary that got taken down about King Von, and King Von being a serial unaliver, for lack of a better word. But before we get to that, this is brought to you by eSign.com. eSign.com is an effective way to remotely do business. For example, let's say you really want to lodge a complaint and you got a big dispute with YouTube because they took down one of your videos. You don't want to get out of the house, and so you lodge a complaint and they say, okay, we'll fix it, and so they send you an agreement, but they send it with an eSign. Well, you download the app, you get 3 free signatures a month, and it's an easy and effective way to remotely do business. I use it all the time for retainer agreements for guys that can't come into the office or are from out of state. You can use it for just about anything, for power of attorney, any kind of sales agreement, rental agreement, anything to remotely get business done fast. And when you do that, you can use it to keep business. Sometimes you have to act in the moment quickly. And that's why eSign.com is an effective way to remotely do business and keep business. So now today we're reacting. If you remember, let's do a little bit of walk down memory lane. If you remember, King Von was from O Block and in Chicago, and he had he was a very famous rapper, and in his content, we've done reactions to his content, and his songs are legendary. And the thing about it is, when somebody is popular like that, even in death, their reputation is protected. Or people who have the rights to their music try to protect their reputation. So Trap Lawyer Ross, he created this documentary talking about King Von and talking about all the different bodies that he has. This whole thing comes about with this internet sleuthing. You've got people that think they know everything and they're able to, but is there any fact check on them? There really isn't. And so it's kind of dangerous. So there's a whole issue about internet sleuthing. Everybody's a journalist, right? But there's nobody really that fact checks anybody. I mean, you can put out a bunch of content that may have little or nothing to do with the truth. But if you're going to be an internet sleuth, in my opinion, you need to be able to back up your bullshit. There's all kinds of rumors and innuendos when it comes to this kind of stuff. Now, Trap Lawyer Ross put out a 4-hour video about a documentary about King Von, and it looks really, really convincing. Now, I can't attest to the accuracy of it, and I'm not going to. It was posted April 7th. It was taken down April 9th. Now, why was it taken down? We don't know. Obviously, we don't know because we don't have the whatever. But Trap Lawyer Ross, just all he wrote was, video got taken down. Hopefully, I can get it back soon. Working with YouTube, but now it's Easter weekend. Still on Patreon if you're desperate. It very well could have been taken down or copyright claimed, and that can happen. It's happened to us. But one of the things, Baylamon, video taken down, like I said, any other bloggers want to defame his character. So Baylamon is King Von's cousin, apparently, and he's sitting there defending his cousin.
It said Von had like 11 or 12 bodies or something, right? Doing numbers, 500,000 views, I think it was more than 500,000 views. So Baylo decides he wants to go weasel his way on and get the video took down, right? But the thing is like what Baylo's saying. Oh, y'all not about to tarnish his image and all that. Bruh, Von wanted his image like that, bruh.
All right. This is actually fun to watch because this is King AK-47. King AK-47. He actually makes a good point. How is saying that King Von has bodies, hurting his image? I think what happens is you get people who talk about, cloud chasers, and he sees something that's going viral and jumps on it. So Baylo is talking about, that it somehow is hurting his image, and he's responsible for taking this video down. there is an issue when you have things on Reddit and you have things that are real and something that are not real. You know, and like I said, you have these internet sleuths. But you put a video out there, and it should be, it should stand on its own merit. Let's see what Mr. AK-47 has to say.
I don't think Von would agree with what you're doing, bro. He talk about he gonna get
Mind you, Baylor is his cousin.
money from the Patreon and all. What is your goal and motive, bro? King Von wanted his image like this, bro. He wanted it. He listen to all his friends, from Takedown to everybody else. You don't say nothing to them.
Actually, I don't disagree with King AK-47 here. I really don't. I mean, I think it's just somebody seeing somebody else getting some success, like what we're doing, quite frankly. But we're just responding to this and
But when it comes to YouTubers and bloggers, you have a problem. Bro, get all his music took down here, bro. Get all his music took down, because this is what you fell to realize, bro.
Now let's juxtapose that. Let's talk about what Trapler Ross said and what Baylor said. Now let's compare it to King Von's own words.
You know my aim different. 3 bodies, same pistol. Don't play.
3 bodies, same pistol. 3 bodies. Any more than a couple is a mass shooting.
Change niggas. This me, I'm the same nigga. I try to count my bodies. What? You gonna need 3-4 hands trying to count my body.
You're going to need 3-4 hands to count my bodies. So when you talk about his image and what he wanted and what he didn't want, well, we know what he did when he was alive. He said, 3-4 hands? Well, how many fingers you got on one hand? So it's 15, 20 bodies. You got to count it.
I'm a savage, I am what I am. Kill some niggas, I do it again.
So I unalived some fellas. That's what I did. I'm being careful here with the lyrics. But I mean, that was his image. That is his image. I don't get how Baylor is really making a point that, I mean, how many bodies do you have to be a serial body collector?
Just be happy that you was not them. I think if I catch 3 more, I'm double digits.
3 more and he's got double digits? That means he's got 7 at the time that this was done?
Bodies, I got 7. They stopped me at the airport cause I kicked that metal.
And by the way, don't go to the airport with a firearm. I mean, unless you're going to put it in your suitcase and you label it and do it properly, which I've done many times. You can't do that. You can't walk through security with a firearm.
Bodies, I got a few. Plus 3, 3 plus 2. I'm the King Von nigga who.
So, here's the thing. You're not going to hurt his image by calling him a serial killer. You're just not going to. But and is this real or is this art that he's talking about? And this is the classic argument that we've been having about whether you allow rap lyrics into somebody's court case because it's just art, or are they really talking about real stuff? And I think Trapler Ross is making the argument that what he's talking about is real. And you also have some FBI witnesses, according to some reports, that this stuff is real. So that you also have a situation where Baylor, his cousin, is... I don't know what his point is. I mean, if he got it taken down, he's probably just pissed off that there's a culture vulture out there trying to make money off of King Von. And... it's funny because the power of the media today, the media that we're all consuming right now, this YouTube stuff and Instagram and lives and all that, it's just so out there and it's so prevalent. What would be the remedy for somebody putting out something that was false against somebody like Vaughn with calling him a serial killer and all that kind of stuff and putting bodies on him? I don't think there would be any. You got to prove damages. You got to prove that somehow you're going to hurt him. You think that's going to hurt Vaughn? Trapler Ross in his video that's 3 hours, all it's going to do is sensationalize him more, and it'll sell more, albums or get more views or whatever. The record company's not asking to have it put it down. So that's just our little reaction to the recent Trap Lore Ross and his video kind of all of a sudden, being taken down after 500,000 views. Pretty crazy. So this is Bruce Rivers. I'm criminal defense lawyer, board certified. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, subscribe, and we'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away. Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away.
23-hour lockdown, please, is that my God.